Hi, my name's Simon Taylor from Empathy by Plantworks. The product we've launched this year is aftermarket houseplant pump and feed. Consultation with a few people in the industry said that there was a necessity for a ready-to-use product. Most products have to mix and measure. This is very easy to use. Pump it straight into the saucer as a liquid or straight onto the plant, and then water. By doing that, you're diluting the product when it actually goes on. The biostimulant is a seaweed and amino acid liquid. We have a range of liquid feeds that are based on this product, which are already very successful, and it seemed to be a natural progression to go into the ever-growing houseplant market for this product. It's going to retail at £6, $5.99, so it's going to be a very good value for money. And we see it as an excellent product for selling online with the burgeoning houseplant market. So does anybody have any questions at all? So it's that simple.
Is it possible to overdose on a plant with this?
It's less easy to overdose with this product, being that it's primarily a biostimulant with seaweed extract as well, rich in amino acids. It has got a small amount of NPK, but not high enough for actually to list. So it's for really regular use. So it's like with any product. Used as directed, you can't overdose. But if you poured the whole lot onto a small house plant, you might have a problem. But even then, I don't think it would be too serious.
How many doses in the bottle?
This one, 125 doses. Very clear messaging on the packaging about recyclability as well. So the pump can be reused, the bottle is recyclable. The sleeve at the moment is actually, you check locally, but we wanted to put really clear messaging about that as the RHS endorsement on there. They really like to be whiter than white when it comes to recycling.
Thank you, Simon. Any other questions? No? Well done. Thank you, Simon.
Thank you.
I'll give us that. I'll pass it on. So next we have Black Gold Compost from Rocket Grow.
Hi, thank you.
Just introduce yourself and away you go.
I better put this down. Sorry, it's an open bag because we've been encouraging visitors to get involved with the product. So my name's Toby from Rocket Grow, and we work on a farm in Somerset, and we have anaerobic digesters there. And as you'll know from other products on the market, we produce a digestate, which is the byproduct produced having generated the biogas. And that's a fiber and a liquid, and we wanted to create a ready-to-plant into product this year. So Black Gold Compost is a blend of the fiber from the digestate mixed with green waste compost, PAS 100. And it's ready to plant straight into, so we recommend it's for planters, for baskets, planting out. And as a 50-litre bag, it's the first product of its kind on the market, we believe. So we're quite excited about that, and the reception's been great from the trade buyers today. And yeah, we're pushing boundaries and trying to help gardeners get a better product out there, because a lot of the compost we've seen, we believe could be improved, and adding digestate to a compost achieves just that. So it's got a good NPK content, sort of 313, not too strong, but enough to make a difference. It's got great fiber for air pockets and for the roots, and is good at water retention, not too wet, not too dry. And so, yeah, that's our new product. Thank you.
There must be some questions. Hang on. Sorry.
Can I just ask whether the packaging is recyclable?
It is recyclable, but I guess that depends on the council that you happen to live in. What we have done is we put 30% recycled plastic content into the manufacturing of the bag, and we're told by the bag manufacturers we use that that is the maximum we can go to at the moment. We would increase that to 100% if we could, of course.
Have you done growing trials using the compost?
We have, yes.
And good results sort of across the board? Or
Great results across the board. We have got a multi-purpose compost as well, which has got less less NPK content. It's slightly gentler, and that's for seeds and cuttings in the early stages. And then from that, this is the product to plant into, and then the pure digestate once plants are, for example, in the ground, because they need to be given a gentle exposure to digestate in the beginning, of course, because it is quite strong.
Can I ask a question? How are you geared up for manufacturing capacity? So if there's a garden centre wants to order, what's the minimum order quantity?
It's a great question. Well, I think like all suppliers of bagged product, we like to send things out in Arctics, so 24 pallets. We've got capacity and product available to bag up and supply 8 million bags a year.
Okay.
So we feel comfortable.
Is that enough, Andy?
Comfortable we can supply big garden chains.
Good. Any other questions? One?
So retail is $6.99. So that's although we have a number of centres who are pricing it above that and successfully selling it, and we on our own site sell it at $9.99, and then on Amazon at $14.99. But for garden centre, $6.99, it seems to be the right price.
It was 50 litre, was that?
50 litres, yeah.
Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, Toby. So my laptop keeps cutting me out. NaturaGrow. You're going to come and tell us about their bed and basket feed liquid. The double act. Well, introduce yourselves, both of you. It doesn't mean to say you get 4 minutes, still only 2.
Hello, this is Jessica.
And this is Rob.
Hi, we are NaturaGrow. We sow, grow and make our own natural fertiliser on our farm in Cambridgeshire. It's also an AD plant, so we've been, you've had that talk about that before. We are, I think, the largest AD manufacturer now in the UK, and one of the best things about it is literally the farm is next door to where the plant is. Jess is now going to do the science bit.
So it's, as we spoke about, it is from an AD process. We produce a liquid and a solid. We do different things with our solids. We don't see anyone as competition. We love the fact that everybody is coming together and doing this. Our competition is the people that are using peat and other things in their products.
The beauty of this product is by using maize, sugar beet and triticale, the sugar and starches go off to make electricity. At the last count, it was about how many homes?
We power 200,000 homes.
So it's 200,000 homes. After that, it's now squeezed, and the growing power is put into a bottle. Looking at the way we need to communicate the product, sometimes we think it's good to tell people what to do with the product. So if you've got bed and baskets, you want to grow flowers, and you need a feed, we called it bed and basket feed. So we think it's quite obvious what to do with the product. The dilution thing should be simple enough, and if you need to go natural, there should be more people like Toby over there. And I know Plant Grower here and Natural Grower couldn't make it, but we believe that this should be the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well done. Some questions. I should think there are some questions here, aren't there? No? Obviously, they understand what it's about.
That's exactly what it says in the bottle. They didn't hear that.
Oh, sorry. Can you tell me what was the NPK?
The NPK of the bed and basket is 3.41 and 8 potassium, which is fantastic, natural high in potassium, which is great for flowers, as our science officer tells us over there.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question? Because one of the criticisms about anaerobic digestion is digester material is getting the consistency, because you've got lots of different crops coming in. How do you manage getting the consistency of product out there?
Okay, well, I need the science bit now.
So it's all broken down, so everything goes into the hopper at the same time, and it's all squeezed through the process together.
Right.
We've got laboratories on site every day, every hour. The product is tested. We're always in control of what's going into our product, and we never do anything funny with it. So we're confident that our levels are consistent. Yeah, and we use it back on our own crop. And this is how this year our maize has been over 11-foot tall, and this is why we have bottled it ready for your gardens, because it's brilliant.
Although we cheat it on Instagram, so Jess next to a 11-foot maize looks even bigger.
And just for those that aren't clear, AD is talking about anaerobic digestion,
Yep.
yeah, which generates electricity. Yeah. Is it and it generates the electricity from the gases that come off? Yes.
So the sugar and starches from maize and sweet corn.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that makes the gas and bubbles. What's left is micronutrients and organic matter.
Yeah.
And that's the bit that's then concentrated, and which makes this a fantastic natural fertilizer.
Good.
I did some science.
Thank you very much. Well done. Next, we have Hygieia Chemicals to talk about their nature-safe Slug and Snail Barrier. Come on, guys. So if you introduce yourselves, and then you have 2 minutes. The floor is yours.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm John Byrne. I'm with Hygieia, and this is Alan O'Sullivan. He's with a company we've teamed up with called See Me Grow. We're based in Galway, in the west of Ireland. So Hygieia is on a journey of finding climate-smart products. And when we look to Alan and we look to, I suppose, what we were doing in sourcing climate-smart products, obviously the ocean was one place that drew our attention. And per square metre of oysters in the ocean actually absorbs more calcium or more carbon than a square metre of forest. And the ocean as well is one of the biggest carbon absorption entities on the planet. And we were looking at what products we can actually go and extract and use. So with the Slug and Snail Barrier, this is a byproduct of the shellfish industry. And it's made from, as you can see here, your typical oyster shells. What it is crushed oyster shells that you place along your plants. So with this product, you have the benefits of nitrogen, magnesium, and calcium. So nitrogen naturally exists on the surface of the oyster shells. So that's obviously going to help promote plant growth. Magnesium will help the plant absorb chlorophyll, and calcium then helps go and neutralize acid soils to go and bring a better pH balance to the soil. There's also a lot of micronutrients on the soil or on the shells that help go and promote earthworm activity that helps aerate the soil as well around your plants. In addition to that is a microorganism that lives within the structure of the actual shell called chitin. And chitin is absorbed by chitolinic bacteria that produce enzymes in the soil, which is beneficial for soil health as well.
Brilliant. Thank you.
So any technical questions, then is man.
Do you want to see the shells that they're made from? Just pass that down. Ian just had a sniff of the product, and it's definitely salty. Any questions?
I just have one question.
Hang on.
You chose to put it in a plastic bottle.
Yeah.
You chose to put it in a plastic bottle. Any plans to change that?
There is. That's the only. That's the only container at the moment we have available to us. But we're doing research into what other kind of containers you could possibly use that, and we're looking at card as well. The difficulty is that if the product gets wet, it does hold a lot of water, and it will absorb moisture, and that then would break down. If you take a typical Tetra Pak, let's say, break down the corners. So it's an R&D project at the moment. So this is where we're at today. But our plan is to go and move to a more plastic-friendly business in the future.
Hello, can you tell me how many plants that would actually treat? Because it doesn't look as if there's an awful lot in that canister, and people might kind of sprinkle it around liberally and run out before they'd even finish what they wanted to control.
Yeah, if you take your typical barriers that could be, say, I don't know, let's say paper-based or your wool barriers and that, generally the bulk density on that, about 600 grams is the equivalent to about 2 litres. What is quite different in here, the bulk density on this is very different. So your 1 kilo, or your 1 litre of this is equal to 1.2 kilos. So that actual tub there is about 1.8 kilos. So from when you're actually spreading on the soil, because it's so sharp, the little pieces of shell, you get quite a significant coverage. So it's about spreading it liberally in that respect. So the finished product has a shaker cap on it that you're able to go and spare it in respect of spreading it. But certainly the other pieces that I didn't mention was that a lot of the other barriers last up 4 weeks to 6 weeks. The rain actually basically washes them away. Because that's shell as well, you get up to 10 to 12 weeks on that without it being washed away. Or it becomes an area as well because of the chitin in it that the slug and snail actually begin to avoid.
Great. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. And the last product in this, the reason we had five products, isn't it, shortlisted in this category, is it's a very active sector of the market at the moment, growing materials, for obvious reasons. And the last shortlisted candidate to pitch is Southern Trident. And Steve's going to talk to us about Harmony Gardens. If you formally introduce yourself, Steve, thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Steve, CEO of Southern Trident. So I just want to talk to you about Harmony Gardens, which is our new peat-free brand. But it was important to us, if we just came to the market with another peat-free, so what's the difference? The biggest single difference about this product is it's carbon neutral. So this is the first carbon neutral growing media anywhere in the world. We have gone and made Southern Trident carbon neutral. We've measured all of our carbon footprint, everything we do, including importing of materials like coir. And we've made sure that this product is completely and utterly carbon neutral, offsetting any carbon that this product might have. So as well as being a great peat-free product, there is that very big tick on it. The other thing as well with this is every material that we've used in this is either a recycled product or a byproduct. So we're using green compost from composted green waste. We're using coir and bark, which are both byproducts from those particular industries. And we're using wood fibre. But the wood fibre we're using is a recycled wood fibre, not a virgin wood fibre. So everything that we're doing in there is recycled or byproduct. And we're trying to make that as clear as possible. One of the biggest complaints I've seen on TV of late when people are talking to gardeners is people can't understand what's in the product, what's the product made of. Our ingredients are all listed on there. Every product's listed on there, explains what every product is on there. So it's really clear to a consumer what's inside this bag. On top of all of that, this may be slightly new to you, is we're a member, first one of the inaugural members of the Responsible Sourcing Scheme. So this evidences this product is responsibly sourced. So there's a QR code on the back of the bag that takes to our industry-wide website. This is going to be launched to consumers next week at Chelsea. And this product will be one of the first products that hits the market that is a member of that scheme. So consumer can see that our product is completely and utterly responsibly sourced. And finally, does it work? Yes, it does. I've done 2 sets of trials this year at Stockbridge, putting it up against the best peat and peat-free products that are in the marketplace to make sure that this product performs at least as well, if not better than anything else that's out there in the market. Thank you.
Perfect. Questions for Steve?
What's the retail value, please?
Retail for the 50 litre is £7.99. And this is one of 4 products. So there is a grow bag that goes with this, a topsoil and a soil improver, all carbon neutral.
Is the bag recyclable?
The bag is recyclable where councils recycle. That's a big problem with bags generally. And to the comment that was made by our friends at Rocket Grow, this includes a minimum of 30% recycled content. There is potential that we will get up to 50% during the course of this year. The manufacturer guarantees 30%, but it depends on the availability of recycled materials for them to be able to step up the amount of material we can put into it.
Steve, as part of your carbon neutral strategy, does this include a kind of trade-off with planting in other parts of the world, or is it about the company actually?
So the first thing is we've obviously had to measure everything that we do. So we've measured everything from commuting into the business, everything that we do as a business, all the products that we bring in from the raw materials, from the coir right through to any other raw materials. So we've had to measure all of that. And then we look for an offsetting program to offset all of that. So what we've done is looked back at our roots, because coir and India is where our roots of most of our products come from. So we found a methane capture project, UN methane capture project in India, and that's what we're buying into as a way of offsetting the carbon. We all know methane is 13 times worse than carbon dioxide as a carbon gas, so we've looked at that as a project to invest in to prevent that methane escaping.
Good. Any other questions? They're all nodding sagely, Steve. Thank you very much.